the experiences that we've had over the last probably 18 months to 2 years have really highlighted just how important leadership is in trying to implement or foster any form of educational change, institutional change. What we're hoping to get out of this project is to get a better insight and understanding into some of the things we've already learned around how important it is to have alignment in any change that you're trying to implement. Institutional alignment at the kind of 3 levels, the macro, the meso and micro level. So that's one aspect. I think also we've learned that we're a university that's ambitious and we want to be on the move, but we've got limited resources. So it's really important that we harness the resources that we have, and we see leadership as the way of enabling us to do that, particularly so we can do it in a more sustainable way and probably in a scalable way. So like CSU, we're a multi-campus university, plus we're a distance university. We have a philosophy of a one approach to being the university we are, and so it's understanding how we can implement all of those approaches to leadership and harnessing it together in one approach. Overall, the other reason this is really important to us is we're kind of living in a different world. I think universities are struggling with this. We're in a very digital society now. We have an ambition to be a digital university, and I guess there are so many forces upon us now that higher education is truly quite global. So we want to shift from being sort of a university that's subject to change to being one that actually we're searching and looking for change ourselves, in charge of that change, if you like. Rather than reacting, we want to be proactive. So any of the insights that come from this study, I think, are going to be really helpful in helping us understand the kind of culture, the change culture that we need as we move forward.
I think this project's really important to the CSU community and to CSU in general, because what we're looking at is leadership, and I think leadership is at the core of what we're trying to do with the project and what we're trying to do across Charles Sturt University. Like Massey, we're a multi-campus university. We've got distributed people across different campuses. We need different models of leadership to actually really take us to the next step in blended and flexible learning. I think some people are examining the concept of face-to-face teaching and learning as being important, or the older styles of distance education. I think what we're trying to do through this in the leadership is actually examine some of the newer ways for teaching and learning. The personal learning environments really are at the core of what we're trying to examine here. By doing this and looking at a number of different cases, we're actually identifying some of the good practice that we're doing in leadership across Charles Sturt, and the same with Massey. And I think by doing that, we'll actually, one, get some recognition for both our institutions, but also look at what's the next step. So it's a generative process. So we're trying to then look at what can we do better with those, and what will they feed into in terms of other leadership models, leadership processes, filtering down then across the institution. So to me, that's why the project's important. Leadership is at the core of change, and I think that's where it's exceptionally important.